Today should have been an extremely beautiful day, a day filled with enthusiasm, but it's not like that, because we have not only Douglas Luiz, but we have a few problems to fix, and I'm expecting Juventus Football Club to take the fist, put it on the table extremely hard, sending a message not only to individuals, but also some clubs that are looking in Casa Juve. It's time to stop, it's time to send strong messages. Will we be able to do it, yes or no? We'll speak about in today's video. Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel, I hope you're all doing well. Usually, the first day when we gather again, you see me the huge big smile because I'm thinking always about that first day of class where you have absolutely no problem, when everything is perfect, when you see the players arriving there, taking time for autographs with the supporters, for selfies. Sometimes they are doing it before the gym medical, sometimes they are doing it later, but they always take time to be there with the supporters that are waiting there since the morning. It's beautiful, you see the pictures, you see the videos, but this time, for a few reasons, it's not like that. The first one, and this is not because of the club, it's because we are the latest one to start again the season 25-26 because of the Club World Cup. On the way, I was extremely happy that we played that Club World Cup, but we have to adapt. So instead of going to the J Medical, a lot of players went immediately to the training session, which was agreed. It's a pity. Why? Because we know it's not the same as when you go to the J Medical where the supporters are waiting, you have the time. Some of the players, they even decided to not greet the supporters and to go immediately to training session because it's the first day of work. It's not a parade for them, but it's always a pity that we are losing a bit that romanticismo, that romantic feeling of day one. It is what it is. But that's my least of my problems because we need to work, we need to accelerate, we need to recuperate. And today there were 3 players that were not there. One player, unfortunately, it is what it is. It could have brought a lot of enthusiasm, is Jonathan David, a new face that we wanted to see at Juve. He's not there because of bureaucratic problems, because tomorrow he will have all the green lights to also work in Italy, to have the permit. I think, guys, if we announced him on the 1st of July, what happened? That 24 days later is still not allowed to start. But that's another problem. We know it. Burocrazia in Italy. It's not the fastest one, but it's a bit strange. Anyway, I put that aside. That's not my biggest problem. A bit Conceição, probably yes, because beautiful words from Conceição yesterday that said, look, guys, I'm extremely happy and honored to stay together with you. It's only the beginning of a journey. We know that he signed until 2030, that we will ride together. Our history just started, but it is enough to feel the love and to represent the club. Vincere non è importante, l'unica cosa che conta. Fantastic, beautiful words for Conceição, and then I'm asking me, okay, fantastic, beautiful the words, but then I want to see the facts. Then I want to see the acts. Where were you this morning? Apparently, he negotiated in his contract the fact to start on Monday. Ragazzi, there is no time. There is absolutely no time. Something that I don't agree, but at least he was able to communicate with the club. At least they found an agreement. Is it because he had a few days of stress, not knowing where he would play, Porto, Juve, or in another club? Do I allow it? Do I understand it? Great, okay. Communication with Juve, they both agreed. We are not happy, but we move on. The one that I absolutely not accept, and that is a huge big case, is Douglas Luiz, that today was not in La Continassa, the only player without authorization, because from what I know, as far as what I know, the information that I received, the club was absolutely not aware of Douglas Luiz ghosting the first day of work. Guys, this is absolutely not acceptable. Can we blame the club for him not being there this morning? Well, if the club was absolutely not aware, what can you do? What can you do? If I decide tomorrow to not go at work, well, my work, they will call me. Where are you? If I'm not answering, or if I answer, I say I don't come, guys, they will not send the police to go to my home to bring me back to home to work. So I can potentially understand Juve that is totally surprised. On the other side, of course, you could have anticipated in the few first days before or the weeks before, or maybe even in USA, that we had a huge big problem with Douglas Luiz, something that we were probably not able to understand fully. Did something change? Were the club already agreeing with the Douglas that he would be sold, that we just find an agreement, that all is okay, we start again if he didn't find a club in these days on the 24th of July together with him, and that he changed his opinion? I have absolutely no idea. The thing is that Juventus was not aware of him ghosting, and he didn't answer to the call-up of Juventus to be there on the 24th of July. This is unacceptable. Juventus will take providence. Juventus will fine him, and that's the least that we can do. I believe, guys, that Juventus took a decision this season that you can discuss about, to not split the team between Campo Uno, the first field where the team that are part of the project will train, Campo Due, the second field where we have the out-of-project players. Juventus decided to not do it, to integrate everyone. The players that are in the project, the players that are out of the project, the players that are a bit in doubt of, let's see what will happen. Like, for example, Miretti could be one of these names, could potentially stay, could be sold. We don't know yet. Tudor needs to see him. Let's see. Question mark. But all together, uniti, we start and then we'll see what happens. Well, I tell you, Juventus should now create that Campo Due, that second field. You're there. You go there. And you train in the hours that we tell you. And you know what? The easiness that we would even possibly accept to loan you out with an obligation to buy, forget about it. Forget about it. You are putting dirt on Juve, on Juventus. We don't accept it. We don't accept it. You're out of project. You will go and you will find another team. Great. But at our condition. And we will absolutely not be flexible to let you go at your condition. This is the message that Juventus should do. We don't care about a fine of 100k, 200k, 1 million k, 10k. I have absolutely no idea. I don't care about the money in that thing. It's a matter of honor. It's a matter of really being strong in the message that you send. So Juventus, according to me, they should say, you are now officially out of the project. You train there. You find a team at our condition. Ragazzi, arrivederci, obrigado, ciao. If not, you stay. And we don't care. Are we losing a lot of money? Absolutely yes. But we don't care. We move on. And don't tell me, guys, that no, if you are not feeling well, you are not able to come back on day one. Look at Arthur. Arthur was there. Arthur was there. Is he welcomed? Absolutely. Is he out in the project? Absolutely not. Is he a player that could potentially fight for convincing Tudor? Absolutely not. But every single time the player is there at day one, taking time for the supporter. From a professional point of view, bravo Arthur. Then if we are speaking about the player, that's another discussion. You tell me, Beppe, but when it was Cope Manners, it was all okay for you. You didn't complain. No, because it's a total different situation. He had the promise of Atalanta the year before already to let him go, where Atalanta changed and they took back their promise, making him the life extremely difficult in not agreeing to let him go. And that's a total different situation also because Cope Manners, and we can discuss if it's ethically correct or not, but Cope Manners communicated with the club. He took the phone, he told them, I'm sick. Was it true? Was it not true? It's another discussion. Was it 100% ethical? No. But at least he communicated with the club. Atalanta was not surprised to not see Cope Manners at the training session because he warned them, which Luiz didn't do. You don't ghost Juventus Football Club, my opinion. I already told you about Conceição. Another problem that Juventus Football Club needs to fix is the name of Miretti. Miretti, that according to me, that will become 22 in August the 3rd. So it's not a 17 years old player anymore. 22, but has more than 100 games already with first team. I'm speaking between Genoa and Juventus Football Club in all the different competition. Well, he could possibly ask to leave. Juventus could possibly ask him to leave. We don't know. Maybe it's both of them because we need some money. We need a bit of plusvalenza. Maybe it's a player that we are not considering in a starter. These are all sporting decisions. But I will tell you, if you have a Napoli that is coming knocking on your door and they offer you as a first proposal 8 million plus 2 of bonus, I close the door. I never ever answer to them. Never. Because this, my friends, is a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. This is absolutely not okay. I understand that the player could possibly be on the market. I understand that Juventus is in a weaker position because we need some cash in, because we were not able yet to fix the problems Douglas Luiz, Dusan Vlahovic, Nico Gonzalez, and other players, Facundo Gonzalez, etc., Jallo, etc., etc. But no, I can be in a weaker financial position, but forget about it. I never answer the phone to you, especially you that is sending a player somewhere else in Galatasaray asking them to put a clause anti-Juve, anti-Italy, but we know that it's targeted against Juve, anti-Juve for 2 years. Forget about it. I don't negotiate with you. The player, Miretti, you know how much I care about him. You know how much I liked him since the youth academy, because it's a player that I'm following since extremely long. Always believed in the potential. I would be happy if Miretti stays. On the other side, he's nearly 22, so he will be 22 before the first game of 25-26. It's a player, it's now or never. I can understand that he wants security. Then would he receive that starting spot at Napoli? I am not sure with the midfield that they have. Anguissa, Lobotka, De Bruyne, and other players there in that midfield. I am not sure if the right choice for him. On the other side, for 8%, forget about it. He's 20. It's 25 million euro. Oh, there are some players that are leaving for 30, 40 million euro. They never played in Serie A. Miretti, you tell me, if I am Juve, you know the answer that I tell you? Miretti, Napoli, or whoever, I put it on the first page. Miretti could possibly leave 25, 30, 35, I don't care, is the minimum. Otherwise, you don't even call us. You don't even knock on our door, because I will not open. Juventus needs to send that message, because everything under the 20 million for a player is absolutely not acceptable. Sending him to Napoli is not acceptable. That's what I tell you. And then we have another problem. It's the one of Dusan. It's exactly the same. Milan that is trying. Vlahovic, I will give you the number 9. Is the first page of Gazzetta dello Sport today. We try again on Dusan. We had some beautiful contacts, like for example Romeo Agresti, that said that they had some more serious talk from in Milan office about Dusan Vlahovic. Matteo Moretto said there could be a solution at the end of the month of July, beginning of the month of August. So Milan is really trying. But what is Milan doing in that situation? They are trying to make sure that Dusan Vlahovic, with the agent, they break up with Juve, leaving for free for €0. On top of that, Juventus is paying the difference of the salary that they could offer. They are about to offer €6 million net. He's earning 12 to us, so Juventus should end leaving for free and paying the difference for the first year of €6 million net. Forget about it. You know what I said? To tomorrow, I pay with my pocket the first page of Tutto Sport, of Gazzetta dello Sport, or Corriere dello Sport, of La Stampa, La Repubblica, even the papers in Roma, I don't care. And the message that I said is, Dusan Vlahovic is not leaving for less than €25 million. That's the message. That's the message. Especially in Italy, to one that is trying to go again in that top 4. We know already that the top 4 run is extremely difficult, with Napoli that reinforced themselves and they won the Scudetto, with Inter, with Milan that is trying. We have a few teams, maybe Bologna a bit less. We have an Atalanta. Don't forget about a lot of teams that are reinforcing themselves, that will all fight for entering the top 4. First spot, second spot, third spot, fourth spot. Forget about it. That I will give you Dusan Vlahovic, that is 25 years old, for free, reinforcing you, paying him even, and then he will score 10 goals, 15 goals, 20 goals, and every single week. It's Juve that is putting dirt on their name. Forget about it. And that's what I would do, instead of seeing Gazzetta dello Sport every single day saying, but Juve could let him go for free. They should help Milan in doing so. Maybe Milan is thinking to put Ciao in the deal that could be interesting for... Forget about it. Forget about it. He's not leaving. He is not leaving. You'll tell me, Beppe, but if we put Douglas Luiz out, we put Dusan Vlahovic out, we put Miretti out, who is leaving? How are you doing the mercato that is following? Not my problem, guys. It is not my problem. I suffer this year. I do with what I have. I take some players from the next gen, from the Primavera. I let them play. I don't care. But these players, I send a message. And next year, they will understand better. Because Dusan Vlahovic could potentially leave for free. Maybe. But Douglas Luiz, no. The other players, no. And they will think twice before not coming at the first day of training session. And maybe, Juventus, that is always criticized by the own fans. Some people today, this morning, I was reading, they're even defending Douglas Luiz. Maybe Juve is starting to put that fist on the table. Like Timothy Weah, that found an agreement with l'Olympique de Marseille. Juventus is saying, no. You found an agreement on 15? Great, beautiful, fantastic. Where is the money? 15. No, we want 20, because Everton, because Leeds, because that club is ready to put more money on the table. We found an agreement because we were in a rush on the 30th of June to Nottingham. We were even okay to lower the request, 20 million. That's what we want because the player is worth more than the 12 that we agree on with, or the 14 that we agreed on with Nottingham. It's worth more than the 15. Let's see how long Juventus will keep up these requests. We will discover it all together. But I tell you, the message is correct in that case. Like it should be correct, what we are hearing, because we are speaking about Miretti, that Juventus is saying, forget about it. It's 20. Let's see. I'm extremely curious. Should we speak about Joao Mario? I will speak later about Joao Mario. Yesterday I made a video telling you that I was absolutely not happy with the deal. I'm not the biggest fan of Alberto Costa. I already told you. So I don't really care that he's leaving. I didn't expect a lot from him at Juve. Probably he will do well at Porto, which is a total different story. Joao Mario yesterday, I said I don't like the deal. The only reason I have, I think, could be financially, because I don't know about that player that much. Well, investigating a bit, etc., because the player is already in Torino. Yesterday he landed in Caselle. Today he's already there, taking time with the supporters in front of the J Medical. Well, they told me there is absolutely not a financial deal. The reason are not financially, because if you are doing minus plus, if you are looking at the, you don't even do a big plus Valenza or nearly nothing on Alberto Costa. It's because the player can offer you something totally different than Alberto Costa. It's a player that could give something to Juve, that at the moment is ready, is more ready than Alberto Costa was, and Juventus on that side of the field, where at the moment we have nobody, cannot wait. The big question to judge a Joao Mario signing is to understand the second player that will join him. Because if we put a Primavera guy there, well, we know that Joao Mario is the starter. Is he okay to be the starter of that right side? Question mark. If we move Cambiaso there with Joao Mario that becomes a rotational player, that's a different story. If we go for other players, like for example the name that we are still continuing to read even after signing Joao Mario, so we are speaking about Molina, we are speaking about other names, we are even speaking about a new player, a Colombian one that is called Daniel Munoz, 29 years old, from Crystal Palace, then it's another story, because you are looking for two players that can fight there on that right side to compete, and the best one is starting, the best one is playing with different characteristics. One thing is sure, the names that I'm reading today are much more 3-4-2-1 players than what I was reading back then, where I was clearly seeing that these players were 4-man defense player, which at the moment Tudor has no intention to go. Pay attention on the names of Molina, pay attention of the names of Munoz. I don't believe that Juventus will accelerate to one of these players for a simple reason, at least not today, because they are non-EU players. Non-EU players, if you're spending that slot, it's over. Huh? It's over because you already signed Jonathan David. That's what I wanted to say. I hope you enjoyed that video where Beppe was a bit more angry today. Thank you. Grazie. Forza. Juve.